let's transition to front-facing tools. You and I, we'd had a relationship for years, known each other, cross paths, similar clients, some shared clients. But then, just recently, when you joined our team, today is day 60, right? We talked about that earlier today. So the 60-day anniversary. For us, this was a big move, to be able to bring you over. And we had talked about it internally and just knew what a great fit you'd be. Now, maybe tell us a little bit, what about the Verb platform? Because it's a big transition, right? Going from the back-end provider to front-end tools. What was it that stood out to you just about this type of solution to be able to provide that to, your relationships, your contacts into the industry that really stood out to you?
Yeah, I think, first of all, from a back office provider perspective, we had integrations with Verb. Mm-hmm. So we were exposed or experienced the growth, because we could see coming through our back office side of it, the incremental growth that the Verb platform is providing in terms of customer acquisition, retention, increase in sales, and building more loyal customers to stay with the brand, which increments, the back office's pricing, revenue stream and how they structure that. Everybody's a little bit different. So that was very attractive to me because that told me that your stuff works. That's exciting to be able to see that type of reporting, right, in terms of business growth. So we experienced it that way. Also, of course, I've known you for a number of years as far as the organization. And then when I heard you go through that acquisition, a Sound Concept, now you are Verb, I think going on 2 years now.
It's 2.5 years, yeah.
2.5 years. And what now the company is in terms of a public company on the NASDAQ, I mean, they're just killing it in terms of their stock. That means there's a lot of momentum and buzz about Verb. And then just the number of clients you have is just staggering. When I saw your client list and who actually uses Verb today, I go, something is good here. And then when I was exposed to your platform and started seeing the tools that are mobile friendly, I mean, these aren't responsive design apps, right? These are native apps. I mean, this is Android and Apple apps that can go on my phone that are easy to use. Anyone can use them. It can be Grandma Tilly to, Melody Millennial, right? Who's very technical that way. They all can use these tools on the go, on the run, anywhere to be able to market to the customers, send out different brochures, be able to track their customers in terms of their activity or inactivity, create different follow-ups. And the thing on the back office side, we had those type of tools very limited, but they weren't, the presentation side of it wasn't like in Verb, where it's more of a piece where I can see that, I can visualize it, I can use just common tools that in my phone, I have to learn something new to be able to distribute content or be able to interact with the Verb platform.
No, and that's great. And for us, I mean, it was encouraging, a lot of the conversations we were having at that point, first were about, okay, how do we integrate with what you're doing with your clients, your customers? And then I think we saw that connection. There are a couple of tools that I think really for me, that I want to talk about now that really tie into the back office in a way that's different than any other. And that's where one of these things as well that you touched on there is a lot of times the synergies that we've found and why we have such great relationships with the back office providers is our tools help create a stickiness and drive the revenue and growth of their company, which then, is a huge benefit. I think 10, 12 years ago when we started developing our platform, I think some of the back offices felt like we were a threat, because they felt we played in the same area, but we found some great synergies. And we now have 2 new tools that we've released that are now live with our clients and are having great success. Now, the first one of those is Verb Live, right? And with Verb Live, it drives everything that a back office is trying to do of increasing sales, increasing enrollments. And we have now dozens of clients using it in dozens of markets. We had tens of thousands of live meetings last month alone in multiple markets. And the US isn't even our biggest market for this platform. And one of the key things that we're seeing, right, that really stands out is the connection we can make with the back office to pull in SKUs and make it easy so that when someone goes to host a live meeting, they can do this. But even more, our tool that clients are getting so excited about with the team attribution feature, where a leader or a corporate leader can present and have team members or the field in their market join and participate and get the correct attribution for the sale has been huge. Now, you've got a couple of clients. You've already closed one deal that we'll talk about in a minute, but we've got another demo with a prospective client on Friday that really live has stood out. What is it about live and that connection to the back office that you think is so attractive and that we've seen, in these, first 60 days as we've introduced this to some of your contacts.
Yeah. Again, Verb Live is just that it's a live selling platform, right? That provides the distributor a way to be able to present, or a leader or a host, be able to talk about the business, sell product. Really, the idea is to be able to drive the customer to some type of an action. In this situation, it's driving them to, if there's a product sale or even an enrollment, it's driving them to the company's back office, e-commerce, to be able to buy that product, right?
Yeah.
Or to be able to complete the enrollment.
Mm-hmm.
But what I like about that is that now we can actually bundle this and be able to provide the technology where, if, this is what I've seen in downlines, you have different types of people that join the business. Some are way out there. They're great presenters, and there's type A and everybody loves them. Then you have those people that don't really open their mouth much. They work hard. They're kind of shy, and they don't really have that, what do you want to say, that presence as maybe a leader would, or that way to be able to present the business opportunity, the product. And then some of those would say, I only wish I could be like him or her.
Yeah, right.
Well, now they can. Now they can actually, be part of that Verb Live with attribution, meaning that what I've seen, and that this current client that we just signed up loved about it, is that now they can have their top leaders who are those out there, they present, and they get that traction, that they can invite their downline and their customers to join that live meeting, and any transaction activity, whether it be a product purchase or an enrollment, will be attributed and given credit to that sponsoring person that brought them to that session. It takes away that stumbling block for somebody that's small and shy. I say small and shy, but somebody doesn't want to be out there, to be able to leverage the talents of somebody else in their upline or in the organization to be able to grow their business.
And we have one client that's working just in that exact way. They're calling it a live launch party. And so I'm brand new. I don't know what to say about the company, but I'm excited. You're my leader. You go and host it. I invite all my people and I get all the credit. The leader's excited because they're helping to build the business for their new person, which helps with enrollment, helps with revenue, helps with all these things, right? And I think one of the key things, this first client that you signed up, a great company that's, having some really good growth, but what they've looked at is we're strengthening what they're doing in the back office, right? And that's the beauty of it, is it's allowing the back office to do what they do best. We integrate and synergize in our front end tools, then take away some of the pain points and help the client to be able to succeed. And so that's been one of the exciting things that we've seen on our end with Live.